a lot of us, we mask our depression with sex, drunk, very angry. I think I was angry more because of fear than I was of bravery. A lot of the stuff that you would see manifest from being depressed or being anxious, it doesn't come out until the human body knows that you're safe. You got some bread now?
Now watch this.
Oh, and you sitting in your Bentley at a red light crying, and you like, what the?
Anyways, how y'all doing? I missed you, Miles.
I just seen you. Your hat is wild. Tyler, the ever so gracious host. You getting a lot of money. They're not gonna lie. The ceiling, what's the ceiling?
I told you, boy, that OnlyFans be coming in handy.
Oh, you got OnlyFans? What's the link?
Moving on. We got legends in the building. We got Southern music legends in the building. I'm gonna start with my man Crooked Letter. He is the reason why I know how to spell Mississippi. Not gonna lie to you. Legend in the building, David Banner. Welcome to listen to. And then you know this, he always doing something. He's doing something to keep us talking about him. We got Young Joc in the building. I remember I never heard the word depression out of a black person's mouth before you started talking about it. So I want to ask you, one, what made you so comfortable to talk about that publicly? And after, what was those ramifications after coming out so publicly about it?
I think that God blessed me to be in a bully's body so I could protect the weak.
That's
You know, like, I grew up really super skinny, you know what I'm saying? And then like, right around 23, 24, I got big as f. My friends thought I was taking steroids or some shit, right? And I wanted to be that for young men. I knew that I could talk about something vulnerable. I said I was gonna use this body to be able to tell people like, man, I got high blood pressure. Like, you know, I'm in front of this camera and it seemed like I got it all together. I know I don't, but I know how to pull it back together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if I can tell a kid shit ain't always good, but I can still pull it together, then maybe he won't commit suicide. Damn, yeah, it's bad today, but David Banner pulled it together so I can pull it together. And so I realized, like, we have this powerful sword with hip hop. And usually we take it and we stab ourselves. Like, why are we so mad?
Because something was broken before we got there. Something was broken before the money. And unfortunately, a lot of times, especially with us, all the money does is exacerbate the trauma that's already there. Yeah. And then as it exacerbates, it then gives you this false sense of security. So like you put yourself, so like you build.
I told you.
What happened?
I told you, that's my guy. That's exactly. I told you.
Use it twice in case you didn't hear it.
That's not even the SAT word.
Well, I had to show something good came from New York. Yeah, like, oh, New York,
That's an
I got a
advanced
word. But no, seriously, I feel like that's what
Exacerbate,
happens. It's
gyrate.
like when I seen you do that, once again, I meant that. I'm not saying that because you're here. I never heard the word depression come out of a black person's mouth until they showed you talking about it.
And that makes me feel good because I see them talking about it. And you don't want to say, hey, me, what about me? You know, because all you want is for people to heal. Yeah. But like, I was talking about that 15 years ago.
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
And this is not just for you guys as male rappers, but you know, black men in general. I remember watching an interview that 50 Cent had, but it was a small excerpt, and he was talking about either depression or just feeling down. He was like, I don't have the luxury of being depressed. Do you guys feel that that's why it's so hard for black rappers to talk about things like mental wellness?
You know, I said it earlier, my mom recently passed. I could hear her talk to me. That woman spoke to me on a regular because I was mischievous, very mischievous. So I was always in trouble. My dad was on my ass, my mom was on my ass, and at that time, we were taught, stop crying, stop being a tattletale, give me them tears, give me that noise, hush that fuss, give me that fuss, suck them tears up, hush your mouth, you ain't no little girl. We was like taught to suppress our emotions a lot. I mean, I'm speaking for me. You couldn't really just be open. So that's why today people want to speak. People have finally found a comfort zone to be open, to be transparent because we've been suppressed for so long to not speak. So when people speak up now, you're like, oh, And it's inspiring to the aspiring who have a story to tell.
So do you feel like now Black men have the luxury of expressing
Look at this.
that
Look
they
at
are
who's
depressed?
sitting on the couch.
It's
and
not a
look
not a luxury, it's an obligation. Right? Like as Black
But
men.
it's a luxury too.
I think what he meant by when he said it was a luxury, it was like a space to
Yeah, I got what he
voice that.
No,
yeah.
I got what he said.
Yeah.
And it was more of what he was actually trying to talk against, but it just led into it, which is the machismo of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a luxury. I gotta get this money.
Right.
But that's bullshit. It's the fact that we don't want to because it's uncomfortable. Take it from somebody. I'm telling you the same shit I tell myself every day. I know there's some shit with me that's fucked up and I could fix it. But I've become comfortable with my demons. I've become comfortable with that chip on my shoulder. And I really don't want to engage with a Mouse Jones without the chip on the shoulder. But I have to acknowledge that. So I can't sit here and be like, man, that's a luxury, man. I got to get this money. Nah, I'm comfortable where I'm at.
And I also think too that we have this false perception of what being depressed is. Like a lot of us, we mask our depression with sex, hypersexual, drunk, very angry. Like that's why I was angry. I think I was angry more because of fear than I was of bravery. But fear and anxiety, it manifests in different ways. So we turn it into something similar to what you say. We're turning it into something that's acceptable by society.
Bang.
But you still f***ed up. Think about how much we drink. When I have a bottle of Moet's supposed to be for 3 or 4 people. I got a bottle of Moet. I'm like, well, where yours? Like, where's yours? A bottle of Hennessy's supposed to last for a month. I'm talking about it don't last an hour where I'm from, like, period. I also learned from my therapist that a lot of the stuff that you would see manifest from being depressed or being anxious or anxiety, it doesn't come out until the human body knows that you're safe. So a lot of times it don't come out until you 50, till you 60 years old, or until you done made enough money where you safe.
So you create the safe space.
The human mind actually blocks it out. You got some bread now?
Now watch this.
Oh, and you sitting in your Bentley at a red light crying, and you like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I go fight in the MMA tomorrow. What the fuck I'm crying for?
That's that 10%, right? We only have access to that 10% because that other 90% is doing shit like that.
Yeah.
The other 90% is making
Making
sure
it
you
happen.
breathe, making sure you keep these thoughts at bay.
There's a lot of things that we continue to perpetuate, man. It's like shit we say, we live by it, die by it. It's like hearing people say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Yo, just dying. We talking
Them
about
weapons is prosperous.
That's why I said, like, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Y'all done heard so many cats say that, and I'm holding their casket, like, putting them on the thing, they lowering them. We putting ashes to ashes, dust to dust with the little roses, and we grab a rose, and that shit is sitting on my dashboard in my Cadillac. Like, yo, I did that a lot.
Have y'all ever dealt with survivor's remorse? You there burying your homeboy. Not only are you still alive, you then pass by the rest of your homies, wherever they may be at, to an elevated part of life that they may never see outside of their connection to you. So do you guys ever deal with survivor's remorse?
I went through that. I come home one day, I don't know how it happened, but yo, I'm sitting here, I got $1 million cash. First time in my life, I got $1 million cash. I'm like, yo, this is it. This is what it looked like, okay. But that shit was sitting in that bag and none of my problems had been solved. But when I thought about it, I was so sad because there was so many people that were less fortunate than me. There were so many people that I wanted to help, but I knew I could only help them so much because they just not mentally set up to understand where I'm going. So that's one of those things that can really allow depression to just sit there and ferment within your soul, man. When you sitting there, you happy, hey, you happy every time you jump out, somebody saying what up, and you got your homie with you from childhood, and nobody knows who he is, and he wanna really been in your life, but you really don't have enough money to just set him straight. He don't really have a goal, or he don't have a talent, or he don't have a trade, or he don't have a fucking education, but he got a good heart, but I'm barely making it, or I'm just getting on. How can I support him too? Because I don't have a job for him other than him kind of just walking around me carrying bags. And I don't want to reduce him to carrying my bag, because it's my homie. And he really like, nigga, I'm your OG kind of sometimes.
I get you.
So we be in so many different spaces with that shit.
Can I ask both of you this? Because
What?
Obviously, both of you guys have a relationship with God. Do y'all feel like a lot of black men, black people in general, because we're taught to believe in God, we lean on God and not God and therapy?
We lean on what's convenient. God don't cost nothing. So we could just say, hey, I'm leaving it to God, bro. That therapist is gonna challenge you in real time.
Yeah, but you also get taught in the black community, just go to church, pray. Sometimes your minister is your therapist and stuff like that.
But the word, nobody ever want to acknowledge it. The word says without faith, faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm leaving with God. What did you leave with him? You didn't.
No, right.
You just didn't go to do the work on yourself. The work isn't always therapy. The work is finding you. And then when you find you, you say, damn, I should probably go to therapy. I should probably, pick up an extra Pilates class. I should probably do something.
Hot yoga.
Hot yoga, something. I should probably do something where I center myself for this point of time. I am the focus, and getting me better is the focus.
I am one that believes that God is everything.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, God is the truth and the lie. The biggest problem to me is that everybody is looking for salvation and everybody is looking for God in the wrong place. You will never find God outside anywhere but you. I will say though, therapy helps me because one of the problems is that we don't trust each other. I'm just saying in my personal life, the people who I know are the ones that feel like I owe them something. And those are the people who truly want to kill me, not my enemies. Sometimes when people look at you, you represent to them what they did not have the ability to do or what they were not willing to work hard enough to do. And they will kill you so you will get out of their face and you won't continuously remind them of what they cannot do or what they will not, or what they will not be. Like there are wars that are going on in this world that we as black people, we're not even in the conversation. If hip hop is that 100, then why ain't one person talking about the fact that we about to go to war?
Because hip hop, we come from war. It's like right here at home. It's a war up the street right now that might not even be publicized. It's 17 bodies that might get picked up this week that you might not see on the news if it don't have enough impact to make a reporter or a journalist want to talk about it. If certain people are not in those positions who make the decisions and make the changes that don't look like us, but they here to represent us, but there's no connection, we here to fend for ourselves and do it ourselves.
At least to me, when they brought the show to me, this is the conversation that was the embodiment of like, oh, we want to do this with this. I feel like this, so I thank y'all for being a part of it.
I want to say that I'm proud of y'all. You said something that was so powerful, and I want to say that I'm proud of you. For you to be in here by yourself with some very strong, opinionated men, and for you to hold your own, I want you to know that I'm proud of you. Y'all two are funny as
He said, look, I don't even laugh.
Yo, when he said that,
He said, I haven't laughed in a minute.
you less words, but bro, they so powerful.
I like to let y'all talk, man. Y'all the guests, man.
And in closing, man, I just thank y'all for the opportunity to allow me to come and give my opinion.
Hearing everybody share their opinions, their thoughts, their views, I really appreciate this because I really feel like if this could have been around and been this present, this prevalent, this tangible, this feasible, I think we could have solved a lot of issues a lot sooner. And with that being said, I appreciate this moment, the intimacy of us being able to speak openly and have dialogue amongst each other as adults. Congratulations to y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. And that's all I got to say.
Jesse, we love you. We appreciate you.
I mean this, man. We got two legends, people that are really impactful into the community, but we don't come here just to use this platform to talk about their career. We talk about the man. We talk about the black men, who they are. Right. And I appreciate that you guys actually see us for that and appreciate what this platform is.
This has been therapeutic.
Yeah, for real.
Well, on that note, we got to get up out of Tyler's crib. It's about that time. Until the next time we see y'all, this has been Listen to Black Men.